conferences are a great opportunity for professional development, but they do not form the professional. Typically, they give you a taste of what else is out there. From my standpoint, working in teacher education and in Montessori education for adults, I think it's essential that every participant in a Montessori community feels that they have had some connection with the bigger Montessori world than their own school. And for that, I really encourage participation in one of the adult education programs that's available around the country. There are certification programs and recognition programs for everyone from administrators to teachers at different levels and to paraprofessionals, assistants who work in the classrooms. To have a contact with an educational institution whose purpose is in preparing adults changes not only how the person thinks about the work that they're doing in the classroom, but it also validates their experience in the Montessori school that they work for. They sent me for an assistant training. That's a really big deal for someone who doesn't have a very strong academic background, perhaps, to have gone through an orientation as a professional validates their experience, and it changes the way they think about themselves and about their role in the classroom. Assistant training is also a very natural lead-in for people who are thinking maybe someday I'll do teacher certification. About a third of the people who come through our teacher certification program at some point in the last 5 or 10 years took paraprofessional certification. They prepared themselves in a 4 or 5 day course as an assistant, but it's the taste of the academic preparation that's needed to go through and become a full teacher. And for many, it's a safe entry point. I think for administrators, it's also essential that you find some professional, ongoing, academically based orientation. If you come from a strong business background, that's a great asset to a school. You have a full responsibility to orient yourself in Montessori education. If you have a traditional educational background, that's also welcome in a Montessori community, but you need to be aware that Montessori runs differently. And in a very deep way, you're responsible for the professional development of all these Montessori educators. You need to be able to speak in the same language and understand the full philosophy in order to implement it with adults and support their implementation of it with the children.